Section 5.1, number 13, we know little b is 8, so that'll be the side opposite of b. We know angle B or beta is 34.33 degrees. Angle C was given to be the right angle, and we want to find A and C. So little a is opposite of A, and little c is opposite of C. So we want to find the other two sides. If we want to find all the angles, we just remember all angles add up to 180. If you want to find A, big A, but we don't need to find that, but just a side note. So how do we find the other sides? We're going to have to use sine or cosine or tangent. What I notice is we know angle B, and to me, like opposite over adjacent feels really natural right here. So angle B, tangent of angle B, or 34.33 degrees, will be 8 over A for the opposite and adjacent, right? That's the TOA in SOHCAHTOA. So we'll multiply by A to solve, and then divide by tangent. And we'll just use the calculator now because we don't have a standard angle. So if you're using the Desmos calculator, just make sure, right, this would be radians, RAD is radians, which is what we typically use, but we want to be in degrees right now. So we'll do 8 divided by tangent of 34.33. And we get 11.7, right? If we change it to radians, it's a different answer. So always make sure your calculator's in the right mode. If you're using one of those graphing calculators, you click mode. Most calculators will have a mode button, so that's usually where you switch. And then I see it down here. You can see me switching between degrees and radians. So always check. Most of the time we actually will be in radians, especially in calculus, but right now we just happen to be in degrees. So just something to be super cautious of. Yeah, and we get 11.7. So A is 11.7. And then did we have units? No, just 11.7. And then to find, let's label it, and then to find C, there's more than one way. There's even more than one way to find A. So we could find C by, again, using that same angle, and then we would do opposite over hypotenuse. So that's one option. Opposite over hypotenuse in SOHCAHTOA. So opposite over hypotenuse would be sine. So sine of 34.33 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse. So 8 over C. And solve. I'll let you solve this. Another option is, since we already have 2 of the sides, you could use Pythagorean. So many options. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. The answers might vary a tiny bit from rounding, but they should be the same. What else could we try? If you knew angle A, you could use a different ratio. So there's so many different ways of finding the solution, but it would be a single solution. So hopefully this gets everyone started. I'm going to let you solve for C.